So I'm out on the ground hauling these big chains back and forth, trying to hook them up between trucks. And I see this, at first I hear this dirt bike coming towards me. I'm like, this is a little funky. I see this Afghan kid riding on it, and he's got an AK-47 strapped to him. So he, not even worried at all, I pick up my rifle, pointed at him, screaming at him, just walks right up, pushes my rifle out of the way, and starts looking and seeing like what we're doing. At this point, the water's gushed. I'm like up waist high in mud, just trying to shovel as much as I can out, just to get underneath the thing and hook up chains to an axle so that we can pull these things out. WWII comes up to me, and he's just like, "Stupid American, I'm stronger than you," takes my shovel, and he starts digging for us. So at this point, it's pretty cool. I'm just standing there watching another dude dig me out. WWII's job is to go out and find Taliban groups and to convince these Taliban groups that they want to join him. So him and his buddies want to join the Taliban forces and fight against America, the British that were there, the Danish, all that kind of stuff, and kill them. So he convinces them. They set up a meeting. They have dinner, lunch, whatever with them. And during this meeting, they kill the Taliban. And not just kill them, he then scalps them and brings that back to his dad to prove what he's doing. So again, like WWII is 16 years old. He's going out and doing this, fighting not because he has to, like his family's got money. There's a reason why he's doing it, and it's for safety and to protect his family and the villages and all that kind of stuff.
We had eight girls to a unit, and we were in little units, they called it. And we went over there, and our main job was to make recreational programs, paper and pencil and all types of things. And we had equipment that the Red Cross paid for, films, slides, and so on. And we would go to any post, 2 people on a missile site to 500 in a mess hall. Now, I didn't know too much about a lot of stuff, but you had to go in those with all those men. And they didn't all like women over there, and they weren't too crazy about some of those programs. They thought they were baby stuff, but they were not. Now, one time, I had a bad experience. I went to a big old group, 500 men in there, and I had made up a crossword puzzle, a medical one. And I gave each man all the stuff he passed out, and a pencil and so on. And they started making fun of it. And I said, wait a minute. And I looked over at my driver, and I said, Bob, let's go. And he liked to die. He didn't believe it. We packed up our stuff, and away we went. I thought, the hell with those guys. You know? So with that, we went ahead. And as it turned out, it was pouring down rain. And we stopped along the road. Some engineers were working, and we gave them donuts. Well, they were so happy you thought we did.
I was on the invasion of Normandy on Utah Beach on June 6, 1944. Spent a lot of time in Normandy, per se, as a amphibious forces, material handling from the ocean to the beach for supply of our troops. Made a trip back after 40 some odd years, and had the privilege of honor of going to one of the cemeteries overlooking Utah Beach. There were two French young ladies behind me folding that flag in a very astute manner of casted flag. These 2 young ladies presented to me that flag as a closure. To all the families of those men there, will never be able to see us.
See, when I went in service, I couldn't make it to the 10th grade. When I was in service, I had been cheap labor, dishwasher, fry cook. That was me. But I wind up with the Tuskegee Airmen, and how they wind up putting somebody like me, who had been part of the group, that was supposed to never fit in anything that had to do with combat. But I'm winding up with these guys, and they decided that I could be a mechanic. Now, I didn't know a wrench from a screwdriver. Yeah. But when they hooked me up with those fellas, the Tuskegee Airmen, as a group, they was all better educated than myself. They got together with me and they stroked me. When I left the training situation, I wound up being a mechanic. Later, they said, he's so good, we'll make him the crew chief. Later on, I was so good, they made me flight chief.
April 29th. Now, we know what's going on. I said we had the radio and the newspapers. Patton is coming now. April 29th, 11:30 in the morning, tanks break through the barbed wire, and the 3rd Army, 99th Infantry, 14th Armored, and we had fellas bent down and kissed the ground. We hadn't seen an American flag in years, and Patton came in the next day himself. He wore riding breeches, ivory-handled pistol, shiny helmet. And he said, I know you want me to get you out of here, but I have more Germans to kill. He got his voice isn't much. He said to a prisoner, he says, climb up that building there and tear that German flag down. And when you get down here, wipe your with it. He was larger than life.
I joined the Marine Corps, enlisted in the Marine Corps while I was still in college, and did it because I was planning to go to law school, and that Marine Corps would allow me to do that. We weren't in Vietnam. So I went in the Corps, got commissioned, went to law school, graduated, passed the bar, started practicing with the Taft firm in Cincinnati, and then reported for active duty in 1967. At that point, we were at war. And I talked my way into getting a commission in an MOS, a military occupational specialty, as an 0302, a Marine rifleman, a grunt, as we call him. And I talked my way into going to Vietnam. Some people have said that kind of silly, but when I went to Vietnam, I carried 2 codes with me in my little green book. One was that man must experience the peril and action of his time at risk of being judged not to have lived. And the second is that for those who fight for it, life has a special meaning. The protected never know.